Hey, what's going on? This is Evan. I am in the Yeah Dude garage today working on the tow rig. This is my 2006 Dodge Ram. It's got the 5.9 Cummins in it. So today I have my water pump go out on me. So we're going to go through step by step on how to change a water pump on a 3rd gen Cummins. Alright, so this is where you start right here. That is your drain valve for your radiator. Before you open that, make sure you get a clean bucket if you're planning on reusing your coolant. I just did some work on the cooling system on this truck, so I'm going to try and reuse it if I can. But what you'll do is get your bucket, clean it out, put it underneath there, and then that valve just turn to the left and drain it. Once it starts draining, you can go up top and crack the radiator just to let that air out so it drains faster. Alright, so once you get your coolant all drained out, you come up here and there's 3 bolts on the upper radiator hose. You take those 3 bolts out. So you can bend that off to the side. If you are also doing your thermostat, which isn't a bad idea when you're doing this, I just did mine. Your thermostat's right here, that's where that would go. Looks okay. We're gonna take this bracket off next, and then we'll open the tensioner pulley and take the belt off. Alright, so for this bracket, 2 10mm bolts on the back side of this bracket. So those 2 are on the back there, and then you got a 13 up here and a 13 that holds on this little harness, and then the 1 clip on the harness. Alright, so this next part is going to be a little bit tough to see. I'll try and get you guys a view of where I'm going next. So next, loosen the tensioner pulley, that way we can take the belt off. See if I can get you a view of it. Alright, so that right there is your tensioner. It's got a little slot in it for a 1/2-inch drive. So you put a 1/2-inch drive in the slot and then rotate it. Alright, so I am actually underneath the truck now. This was the spot that was a little bit easier to get that wrench on there. So it's still hard to see, but that is the tensioner. I'm gonna have to set the camera down to take that belt off because I'm doing this from underneath the truck. So what I'm gonna do is just put a small pipe on the end of that wrench, rotate it that direction, and then pull this belt off right here. Alright, so now that I've got the belt off and out of the way, you can kind of see the water pump. There's 2 bolts on this water pump. One is right here. Can I see it right there? That's one, and the other one is right over there. So we're going to take those 2 out, and then that water pump should come out. Alright, that's your water pump. So I am going to take that to the shop, to the auto parts store, and get that warrantied out because it was replaced not too long ago. So I'm going to take that in, get my parts, and then I'll see you back here in just a little bit. Alright, so I just got back from the parts store. I got my pump warrantied out. I got the new pump right here. So what you got to do next is clean out the gasket surface. It goes right around here, but you got to clean it out, truck side. Clean that up nice. If there's anything sticking to it or whatever, you might want to get a little razor blade and just scrape it off. And then wipe it down, clean it up real good, and then it's exactly what we did in reverse. Same thing, putting that water pump in, the 2 bolts on the water pump. The weep hole has to be facing down. So there's a little weep hole right there. That has to be facing down, so it'll go in like that on the block. So then after that, you can put that bracket back on, and then your thermostat, and then your belt, and fill it back up. So we'll go through this and take a look. Alright, so before you tighten it down, make sure that your pump spins freely in there. Make sure there's nothing bound up. Alright, once you get that in, go ahead and test that that water pump spins freely after you get that tightened up. Just make sure nothing's bound up. And after that, you can go ahead and route your belt. Alright, now that the belt's back on, you can go ahead and put your bracket back on. And this little clip for the wiring harness has to go over the middle bolt. And your wiring harness clip. You got a nut for the other wiring harness. Alright, now it's time to fill it back up. Alright, so before you fill this thing, make sure that you're using the right coolant. If you've never done coolant on here before, the 3rd gens take the GO5 Hope coolant. So just make sure that you get the right stuff and that you're not mixing your coolant. I am actually going to reuse this because I just did some work on the cooling system, so this is all brand new coolant. But unless you know it's clean, I wouldn't recommend reusing it. Alright, so this is now stopped taking coolant. I still have about 2 gallons or so left, and that's normal. If you can see, the coolant line is about right there. What we're going to do now is go in and start the truck, let it warm up, let it get hot. Once the thermostat opens, that coolant will go down, and then we can add the rest of our coolant to it. Alright, so the camera died on that last video, but it's not too hard. I'll just tell you what to do. Fill up your radiator, let the truck warm up. The thermostat will open, water will get sucked through the engine. Once that happens, you can go ahead and top off the radiator in your tank, your coolant reservoir. Fill those up. Run it for a little bit and see how it is. You might get some air bubbles, you might gargle a little bit, that should be fine. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And as always, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.